Hello, fellow gamers, and welcome to the Video Gamers Podcast. Gaming evolves over time and can change quite often. Sometimes we're in the glorious days of great releases, and other times we're stuck with It Takes Two as Game of the Year. Today, we're going to be checking in on the state of gaming as a whole, from what we've been playing, the emergence of indie devs, what games the future holds, and more. But first, some introductions are in order. I am your host, Josh, and joining me, he's had his eyes open to an entire universe of gaming he didn't know existed prior to this podcast. And well, you gotta give him credit. Like Charmander evolving into Charizard, this man has evolved into a higher form of gamer. It's Ryan.
Are you talking about indies? Are you talking about indies, man? Because I don't know if that qualifies. Because I have advanced, but I don't know if I've advanced.
I feel like you're evolving, man. You know?
Thank you, buddy. I appreciate it.
Okay, so see, here's the problem, right? I try to give Ryan a nice intro, and then he questions me when I just did.
Yeah, I'm not used to it, man. It doesn't feel real.
Takes it. He's like, okay, yeah, you're right.
No, I feel like you got some sort of underhanded thing you're gonna do. So like, I'm ready.
I even made a Pokemon reference for you.
Yeah,
man. Now you know what? That's the last nice intro you get, Ryan.
You know what?
That's the state of this gaming.
Charizard was a jerk. Like poor Ash, dude. Charizard was a jerk.
What, you want me to go like Squirtle to like Blastoise or something?
No, Squirtle to Squirtle Squad. There we go.
I don't. Oh no.
You don't even know. See,
I don't know. I don't do Pokemon, man.
No,
I had to look up what the evolution of Charizard is. Okay.
Hold on. No, wait. Pause.
No, I did because I did not know. What's the middle? What's the middle evolution, Ryan?
Charmeleon.
Yeah.
Okay, I knew you.
Charmander,
I know all of them.
Charizard.
You want me to do the 151? Dude, I could do it. Like no problem. That is
catch 'em all.
Yeah, that is my childhood. Don't mess with me, brother.
Oh man. All right. Well, but point was, I looked this up for you, Ryan.
Well, thank you, buddy. I appreciate it. I still don't trust you ever, so thanks.
And joining us, not to be outdone by Ryan's evolution, he's realized that AAA games might just be pretty okay too, and there's a world where it's okay to play more than just indie games. It's Ace.
I have decided to step down off my high horse finally, you know?
Yeah!
Okay, let's just start off with this, guys, because like Ace, you've been playing Battlefield 6 with us.
I have, yeah.
Your first Battlefield experience. I know at first you were like, bro, this game's chaos, but like, I feel like you were kind of starting to vibe like the last time we played.
Dude, the last time we played, I was really getting into it. Like, I got kind of over being bad at the game and just like, I can just do what I can do. And then like, it stopped being I can do what I can do to I can do what I can do well.
Yeah. And you started beating Ryan
with 0 kills.
You know, like I mean, not that I was just I wasn't trying to slam Ryan on this one, but I was just trying to compliment Ace to say like, you know, you started like figuring things out, you know, and you were a medic extraordinaire, and there was not once but twice where you were higher on the leaderboard than Ryan. And like any proper gamer would do, you absolutely let Ryan know about that too.
Live on stream, I gave him the business.
Apparently, sometimes engineer is not rewarded as much as a medic. So whatever, you know, I'll get my hands dirty, greasy. Ace get some bloody and whatever. So, you know,
we're all risk our lives
here for the
too.
Team. Yeah, we're all here for the team. What we know is that me and Ace will dedicate our lives for this, and then Josh will just run over us and run away. Like that's what'll happen.
Right, okay. If we're going down this road,
we're going down this road,
Ryan. You set me up. You were screaming at me to rescue.
It was one time.
It was not one time. And you did the whole like, don't leave me, bro. And I'm watching your corpse get lit up by a tank, man. And you're like, Josh, come res me. And I'm like, no, I'm not resing you. I go running off, and it was like sad music starts playing. And Ryan's like, you abandoned me, dude.
All I hear is excuses, bro. Yeah. That's all I hear, man. That's all I hear.
I try to res you, I'm gonna die. You know?
That's what I do. You know the amount of people that I run through. But I'll
help anybody.
But I'll run through and I'll res 5 or 6 guys, and then I die, and I'm like, all right, cool. Well, I got 5 or 6 guys back up. Josh is like, well, if I go out there and I die, then I'm dead. But then how will I get points? Like,
Not
what do
all
I do?
lives are equal, Ryan. You know, me staying alive is worth more than those 5 scrubs. Okay.
Yeah. I just can't wait till October 10th. That's all I'm saying.
I can't wait either.
Dude, there was one match there where like I rezzed you like 10 times to keep your kill streak going.
Oh yeah,
dude,
you did too. Because I remember like when I finally did die, I was like, no, Ace, no.
They finally figured out what was going on and decided to pick me off instead.
Yeah. Oh man.
They're like, get the healer.
Get him.
Well, welcome in everybody. We are glad that you are here, man. We love talking video games. You know, this one's gonna be kind of fun, man. We were kind of chatting and we were like, hey, what should we talk about? And we just went, man, you know, sometimes we just need to vibe. We just need to talk about gaming without any kind of strict rules or set topics or anything like that. And then as we started thinking about it, it was like, you know what, dude, we have been flush with games over the last 2 years, dude. I mean, 2024 and 2025 have quite possibly been 2 of the best years in gaming that we have seen in a very, very long time. I mean, if you want to go way, way back, yeah, like sure, there might be a year or 2 that was really, really good. But if you don't think that we are just feasting as gamers right now, like you're playing the wrong games. Like
Yeah,
plain and
honestly,
simple,
yeah.
you know? Like if you don't think we are in just an absolute peak moment for gaming right now, like you need, number one, you need to listen to this podcast more often because we're going to make sure you're playing the peak games. But we kind of wanted to just talk about things as a whole, you know, like it's good to kind of just touch base on, you know, the games that we've been playing. Gamescom is literally going on right now while we're recording this. Ryan's going hunting to get us all some elk meat and deliciousness. So we are recording this a little bit earlier than usual. But I mean, guys, you know, what a good couple years, man. And we've got so much to look forward to right now at the same time that it is just an exciting time, dude. So I want to just start off by saying, like, you know, obviously we cover games for the podcast. We all have games that we fall back to. We just did that episode with like our crutch games. But is there anything that you guys have been playing recently that's been, you know, holding your attention? You know, famously we say, hey, we are coming out of these like dull days of summer. There really hasn't been a whole lot of games that have piqued our interest over the last couple months, but we're almost out of that now. What have you guys been playing?
I have been playing a little turn-based RPG called West of Loathing.
I saw that, dude. You and I were talking about this the other day. I need to rewatch this trailer because I have seen this game and I remembered the art style because that was one thing I asked you. I was like, isn't this that like black and white
The
game?
sketchbook,
and you were like, yeah, that's the one.
Kind of stickman art style. It's a very simplistic art style, but the writing makes up for it and the gameplay mechanics.
What is this game about, dude? Like, give me the 60-second synopsis of this game.
Well, you're going to leave home and make a name for yourself, helping people all across the West. And maybe while you're doing that, you're going to stop the cows from coming home and save the earth.
Ace really wants to be a cowboy.
I don't.
I think there's a world where Ace really wants to. Red Dead 2 has changed.
The second
Ace,
he can
man.
ever get into that accent, Ace is like,
I was gonna
oh,
say,
all right, I'm home.
I've never
All
heard
right.
the accent until Ace got forced to play Red Dead 2, and now it's like he can't go back, man.
Well,
You
you
guys
see, this
broke the
game,
switch. I can't turn it off.
I can't get it off. Oh man, I'm just having a hard time here.
Yeah, but you start the game by like choosing your name and then your class, of course. So, of course, for the name, I chose Doing Your Mom. First name Doing, last name Your Mom.
Ace just said, "Hey, hold on." Ace just said a curse. Hey, well, you know, you just a curse. You know, a curse. You just pick your class, a curse.
I hate
my
my
God,
heritage sometimes.
dude. Oh, brother. I love this. I love that you picked this so that you have to talk in that accent. Like, it just happens. This is fantastic.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
The classes are not your traditional classes either. You got your cow puncher, your bean slinger, and your snake oiler.
I don't. Which
bean
one would you
slinger?
like? Okay,
Well-
knowing nothing about this game, Ryan, which one are you picking?
I'm a bean slinger.
Are you
Yeah,
gonna be a
bean slinger.
Bean slinging.
Beans, I think I'm gonna oil that snake.
Yeah, ready for them beans. Y'all ready for them beans? You ain't never seen beans like these before, brother.
It is like, despite the simplistic art style, it is a genuinely really good RPG, and it like remembers everything you do. Like every choice you make has some kind of consequence at the end, and you get to see like the result of everything you did. Like you get to the end screen, and it's like, all right, here's a theater of everything you did and what happened. And it's like, remember this person you helped? Yeah, you didn't help them right. They died.
Oh no!
Oh no! I'll be honest, I like games like that where you don't know.
It's super underrated. People need to play these.
When you don't know the consequences of your choices till later, I really like that because I am guilty of being like a save scummer where it's like if instantly I know the result and I don't like it, like I'll reload because it's like, well, I didn't want that result. Yeah. And so I actually like games where it's like, we're not going to tell you until like 45 minutes later or maybe even like 4 hours later. And then you get to see the result. And that's when I'm like, no, like why? But I can't go back at that point. So then I just have to live with the consequences of my choices.
Yeah.
No. Oh, who would want to do that?
Who would live with that, man? Oh, there is no saving in West of Loathing. It just saves automatically after you complete an encounter. So you're screwed.
Yeah, games that do that too. There's something about my brain where I hate it, but then it's also like good for me in a way because then I don't have to worry about like the reloading or I should save right now kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like there's just to give an example. At one point, you're trying to sneak around something, and the narrator's none of it's a voice, by the way. It's all you have to read it all, but it's pretty simple. It's like, all right, I'm going to sneak around. It's like, really? Do you think you're sneaky? And the option is like, sneaky's my middle name. Is it really? Yeah. doing your sneaky mom or something like that. And then from then on, if someone asks you what your middle name is, you have to say sneaky.
Oh, so
or they call you a liar.
Oh, dude, that's awesome. Okay, that's not bad. Maybe I'll wishlist it.
Definitely should.
Oh, look at Ryan using the wish list now.
16!
We
I'm at
changed
16
them after
now.
our wish list episode.
Where's the wish list? It's too long. I can't find it. What am I playing? Honestly, dude, I've been real busy with work, but I've done nothing but play Battlefield, and I know that the beta just ended, and we got a lot of time in with that. But I don't know what else to do with my life now. That it's over. What else do you play? What other games are there? Are there other games in this world? Like I feel there might be one game.
I think, but
like, there's other stuff here.
I will say, I know we've been talking a lot of Battlefield on this podcast lately, but the thing is, like, gaming is just fun, and when you can play games with your buddies and you can have a good time and it's like, and everybody is just having a blast, whether you're winning or losing, but you're just vibing, dude. That is like peak gaming, in my opinion. And Battlefield 6 has absolutely been that, dude. It is the game since Helldivers 2. Like, honestly,
yeah. I would compare it to that. Yeah.
It's like, it's just, that is the level of fun that I am having playing Battlefield. And I'm not even a fan of the maps that were in the beta. Like I want the big maps that feel more like Battlefield. And it's like, we can get into, does this feel like a Battlefield of old and all that? But it doesn't matter. I just am having a blast playing it. I'm with you, Ryan. I absolutely cannot wait till this game fully releases in October. I mean, my goodness, dude, we're going to be playing the heck out of that game, but it's just pure fun, man. Like, honestly, that's what it's about. And that's what we've been doing.
What other game? Like, I mean, we joked about it, but like Ace had literally 0 kills that match and he was above me, which is whatever, but we both contributed to the team. But like, what other game can you go and be 0-12 or whatever he was and say, I had fun that match?
Not Marvel Rivals.
That was an awesome time. Not Marvel Rivals. That's not
Marvel Rivals.
You are not going to have a good time.
Quit Marvel Rivals.
Homie is not having a good time if you go 0-12. But on something like this, like, you just, when you're contributing to the team, obviously kills matter and they help and stuff like that. But man, if you can supply and resupply and then fix the tanks or medic stuff and help people, and there's so many options to the path of victory that everyone can have a good time. I love it. I'm so excited. I am not getting paid by Battlefield, but I sure would like to, because I will champion them as much as I could. But yeah, man, that's all I can think about now. Other than that, I'm playing a whole lot of nothing. Other than Abyssus with you nerds,
yeah. I was going to bring up Abyssus.
Okay,
we streamed that the other night.
Yep.
We're going to do a deep dive on it. As much as I want to share my thoughts right now, I will say I will give a little bit of a tease that last night Abyssus turned a corner for me. And so it was really neat to kind of see that. So that's all I'm going to say as far as the tease for Abyssus goes.
I will say I kind of saw that too in both of you, like that corner, that turn. I was like, oh my gosh.
Some games just take a little bit to get rolling, man, and it's funny because this was a big conversation on our Discord server the other day, right? Where there are, and we've all been there, right? Like famously The Witcher 3, right? Like everybody, we tell people Red Dead 2 is another one where we say, hey, just get past this point, right? Like in The Witcher 3, get to the Bloody Baron quest line. Yeah. You'll start to understand where this game takes off. Like even TV shows, right? Like let's take The Office, for instance, right?
Oh.
Everybody says season 1 of The Office it's really weird. They hadn't figured it out yet, but The Office becomes one of the greatest TV shows ever made, which I actually agree with. I freaking love The Office.
It's great.
Right?
Fantastic.
But the conversation was like, if a game doesn't instantly grab you, it's not worth like putting into, right? Like that was the conversation I'm not saying that's right or wrong, but this was just the conversation that people were having, where as we get older and we get busy, because Ryan, I'm with you, dude. I like life right now for me is absolute insanity.
I know
dude.
for you, buddy.
It's crazy. But it's like, dude, sometimes pushing through is worth everything. You know what I mean? Like it's worth everything, honestly, because there's so many examples of TV shows. Parks and Rec is another one where it's like season 1 was kind of garbage, man. But then it takes off, and if you just gut it out, it's like, bro, you were so rewarded for that dedication. The Witcher 3 is that example. The snow level in Red Dead 2. I mean, there are 1,000 examples of this, and I get it. I'm not saying that people that are like, that are short on time and aren't willing to do that are wrong, but it's just one of those things where sometimes you are rewarded for sticking with something that is going to be good, even if it's not good right away, And I feel like Abyssus, when we were playing that last night, I had that moment where I was like, okay, I think I might be seeing like the bright side of this finally. We can get into it more because again, I know I don't want to spill the beans.
Yeah, we can't say too much, but like
but we are playing it. We will be covering that for an indie deep dive. I'm with you, Ryan. I really haven't been playing a whole lot. Time is just very, very limited for me right now, and probably will be for the next probably like 3 weeks, and then I think it'll calm down. I did get a chance to play the Ball X Pit demo.
Oh, okay.
Which I was kind of hyped for and I had talked about. I will say I was pleasantly surprised. I kind of think I might pick that game up still because I had fun with it. I had mentioned Void Breaker, which we just got the announcement with Gamescom that it is releasing into early access. As that goes, that game, I really want to be able to play that game with friends. That's
dude, I wish it had multiplayer. I really do.
I really wish it did. But oh my goodness, if you haven't tried the Void Breaker demo and you like first-person shooter roguelikes, this one is absolute top-notch. And that's really it, guys. Like, that's the extent of my gaming recently, man. Yes, I play the occasional round of Hearthstone when I'm editing or, like I said, doing something else. But that's really it. The next game up for us, Metal Gear Solid Delta 3, Delta Snake Eater. Where's y'all's excitement levels for this one?
I'm very excited. I love stealth games to begin with, and this, from everything I've seen about this, looks really good. And plus, Ryan's really, really hyping me up about it as well.
Yeah, Ryan's hype level is absolutely infecting me.
It is.
I'm not gonna lie.
It's like a little virus. It's festering.
I'm glad it's a virus, dude. There's nothing, man. Everything about Metal Gear Solid 3, it's probably overall one of the best of the Metal Gear Solid series. It's not my favorite, but the way the game plays out, the chaos, the characters, everything that's there is amazing. So I am beyond excited. I am so stoked. I never thought I'd get rehashes on these games that I grew up with that made me into a gamer. Dude, Metal Gear Solid 1, like I always say, I got it on a demo disc and it was my life. It became something that I just loved Metal Gear after that, and I played it a million times, and then 2, and then 3, and then 4, and then 5. You know, I just kept going. So it was it was something that made a big imprint on me, and I'm so excited for this. What does it come out the 28th, right?
28th, yeah, man.
So, dude, we're right around the corner.
Yeah, I'm gonna come back from this hunt and then disappear into Metal Gear and go find, Metal everything.
Gear.
Snakes, poison.
I have a question for you guys on this, because I am excited. I played Metal Gear Solid 5. I was very impressed with it. I thought it was a great game. I really enjoyed most
And that's your only Metal Gear, right?
What's that?
That's your only Metal Gear.
It's my only Metal Gear Solid game.
And Ace has played none.
I played
just
the
Rising.
old.
Just Rising, okay.
I played the old before it was Metal Gear Solid.
So you played Metal Gear on the Nintendo. Okay.
Right, yeah. And I loved those. I thought that was like just groundbreaking games. But so my only experience with this franchise is Metal Gear Solid 5, which I was very impressed with. Do you guys ever like go into a game with like a little bit of like trepidation where it's like, I want to like this game, but what if I don't like it?
Every time I buy an Assassin's Creed.
Have you ever like gone into a game like that? Red Dead Redemption 2 for you, Ace.
Yeah,
That's
honestly,
gotta be, right?
I wanted to like it. I wasn't sure where it was going to land, and I was terrified if I hated it. Like,
right.
I'm going to get stoned.
Yeah. It's
verbally
like,
stoned.
in all honesty, I have a little bit of that with Metal Gear Solid Delta. Because I think like my experience with Metal Gear Solid 5, like I really enjoyed that. And it's like, bro, if it's anything like that, I will really enjoy this game. But like, there's a part of my brain that's like, but what if I don't like this one so much? Like, what if it's not as fun from a gameplay or like that kind of thing? It's a remaster, so it is based on an older game. Like, it's just interesting because I think this is something that like every gamer gets, where it's like you have that friend that's recommending a game or the hype level for this game, and we see that in our community, right? Like we see people that have all different kinds of tastes, and everybody's losing their minds over Helldivers 2, or something like that. And then they're like, I feel like I'm like, there's something wrong with me, man. Like, why am I not hyped for this game? Or why is this not resonating with me, kind of thing? And I am excited for Metal Gear Solid Delta, but like at the same time, I have a little bit of this, like, I really hope I like this game, like going on, man. I don't know why.
It's old school Kojima, so you're gonna have some moments where you're like, what the heck?
I'm okay with that, though.
And there's gonna be some crazy goofy stuff, but the gameplay overall, the story, the way you kind of navigate the world, like I really genuinely think if you liked 5, I think you'll like this one, because I think this is better than 5.
Okay, see, that makes me really excited at that point, because I did really like 5. I think the other thing is this is our first deep dive that we have done in a while.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
To where it's kind of like, okay, we had the break over the summer. There really wasn't anything super interesting. And so it's just kind of that like getting back into the groove of like, we're playing this game. We're going to cover it. So it's like, but goodness, I hope I like it.
I hope so too, brother.
Yeah. So, all right, listen, we got a lot more to cover, but we'll be right back after this short break. All right, we're back. We are just kind of chatting the state of video games right now, what we've been playing, what's coming up. Guys, for this year, for the remainder of this year, what is the game that you're most excited for?
Oh, that's such a... It's still Silksong now that we...
I think it's Silksong. I mean, we just got the news.
I think that's all of our answer right now.
We just got the news. And maybe this is recency bias, but we just got the news that Silksong is confirmed for 2025 release. Like, from the developers. This is not like somebody found it on an obscure website or in a profit report or something. Like, they came out and they said, nope, it's releasing in 2025. Dude, this is weird because I have said this before. I like Metroidvanias, but I cannot play multiple Metroidvanias like very often. But I am hungry. I am hungry for a Metroidvania right now, dude.
Yeah.
Like, and Silksong it might be like one of my most anticipated games for the rest of this year. I mean, I just don't see a world where Silksong flops, dude.
7 years of anticipation building to this moment, man. Like, oh, come on. Do not suck. Do not
Israel?
suck.
Silksong Israel? What?
The Silksong is real.
I know Ryan was clamoring for this, and then we just got news that there's a demo available to play at Gamescom, which I don't want to say one of us called, but you know we called that too. Yeah, man, I'm trying to think, dude. I mean, we've just been flush with games, dude, and isn't it weird that it's like, you forget about some of the really good games that you have played until somebody mentions it at the same time. Like, you know, like Split Fiction.
Yeah,
dude,
honestly,
when Split Fiction came out, oh my gosh, we lost our minds over that game. We had a blast playing it, but it's like, but you don't really hear anybody talking about Split Fiction anymore. It doesn't mean that it wasn't amazing. It just means that's kind of how spoiled we are right now.
Yeah.
I got to play one of my most anticipated sequels, like, of all time this year, and like I forget it every time. Like, oh yeah, I played Tales of Iron 2 this year.
Yeah. I mean, we got Expedition 33 this year.
Yeah.
That is, I mean, easily a top game of all time for a lot of people. You know, we have games that are coming out. Ghost of Yote is supposed to release this year.
For that.
I am real, dude. And listen, I don't want to sound dumb, but because work's been nuts and Gamescom is literally happening the day that we're recording this. So I have not had a chance to catch up on everything, but I saw some announcement that said there's some kind of multiplayer mode.
Oh, just like the first game
to Ghost of Yote. And that gets me really excited there as well.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, we're going to be covering a lot of this Gamescom stuff in our next Twig episode, so I don't want to get too in the weeds on that. But I mean, there are absolutely some games coming out this year that I am really, really excited for. You know, Ryan, in our latest indie episode, you just talked about Light No Fire. I mean, guys, there's so many games to be excited about. All right. We're calling this the state of gaming, though, right? So we can't talk about the state of gaming without talking about the kind of rise of the indie developers, the struggles of the AAA developers, because let's be honest, if there's one thing that has happened, absolutely, like, this is what doesn't make sense. We're getting some of the best games in a really long time through 2024 and 2025. But at the same time, we are seeing so much turmoil in the gaming industry. Yeah. Like these two things don't jive, man. Right? Like if we're getting these incredible, amazing games and we're saying, guys, we're feasting, then why are so many like companies struggling and people are getting laid off and these downsizing and things like that? Like, help me make it make sense, because why?
It's weird. You keep seeing record sales, record wish lists, record this and that, and these developers and they're making these great, beautiful games. They're selling like crazy, and then they're laying off 400 people, and you're like, what? Why? Like this? Wait, hold on. Look what they just made. Look what they're selling, and it's doing well. Why is this happening? So it's a wild thing. There's so many good games coming out right now, and so many developers like are I don't know, maybe trying to streamline this stuff, or they have the stuff out in advance. Everything's done, so then they're like, all right, now we need to pull back. I'm not sure how the business side of it goes, but it's wild to see how popular a lot of this stuff is, and then how many developers and studios and everything are pulling back on their employment and laying off people and all that stuff. It's been wild. We keep seeing record number sales and then a bunch of layoffs. So I don't know what to make of it.
And then you've got indie developers like the guys behind Liza P, who, they hit 5 million copies this year because of Overture, and they gave all of their developers a bonus and a Switch 2. It's like,
yeah. I like it's just weird to me, and I have to wonder. I feel like over the last, we'll say, let's just call it a decade, right? Like,
we'll call it that.
I think that we have seen this fear of innovation from AAA studios, right?
Yep.
Like, the chasing of the live service format.
Movies
right?
too.
This is,
Movies too. It's not just
movies.
Very
like the fall,
stagnant
dude.
there too.
We could easily do an entire episode on the fall of Star Wars and Marvel as far as the death of those franchises, dude. Like, I literally just watched Endgame like 3 nights ago because it's one of my favorite movies ever. That and Infinity War. Also, Infinity War is way better than Endgame, by the way.
I agree.
I'm just putting that out there. But we could easily do a whole episode on that.
Yep.
But there is this weird thing that is going on where AAA developers have lost the desire to try to innovate anything. And I think it's a self-perpetuating problem, right? Because we are going to dump $40 million into developing this AAA game. And if it doesn't click, we lost a ton of money, like a ton of money. So we have to take the safest route imaginable to try to make these games. But when you do that, you are basically making the most basic chocolate chip cookie recipe imaginable, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, we all like chocolate chip cookies. It's hard to make a bad chocolate chip cookie. But when you've got grandma over there that has like, man, I realize that if I put this in my chocolate chip recipe, it is going to blow people's minds, right? And then so grandma's willing to take the chance, right? Like it's like, and she makes the best cookie that any, but it's like these AAA studios aren't willing to do that, man. And I think what happens is we just wind up with these bland, soulless games where there is this massive disconnect between them and gamers. And it's like, we're seeing this over and over and over again. We see it with Ubisoft. I mean, we've seen it with Blizzard or EA, a lot of these companies where it's just like Borderlands now, right? Like we just got done talking about Borderlands 4. I have concerns. Is it going to be bad? No, I don't think Borderlands 4 is going to be bad, but is it going to be routine? Right? Is it just, this is the 4th installment, really probably like the 6th or 7th because it got the weird offshoots and stuff. But it's like, Ace, one of your favorite franchises, Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
Have you been blown away by an Assassin's Creed game in years?
No. I've been satisfied, but I've not been blown away.
Exactly. Satisfied is a good answer for that. But it's like, but why? You know what I mean? Because they're scared, dude. They're scared. And when you make games when you're scared, I think you're going to inherently lose, and not to bring up Battlefield 6 again, because but it's like all they had to do was just shut up, listen to the gamers for a minute. Now, the sad part is that all of this had to come off the heels of Battlefield 2042, which was absolute travesty to that franchise.
We don't say that name. We don't say that name.
Yeah, I know, right? But it's like, but thankfully somebody at EA went, we got to fix this. This is a disaster. This is a cash cow. So they brought in Vince Zampinella, who actually I think was very instrumental in turning this around.
I'd agree.
And now we have a Battlefield that most people are excited about. Is it perfect? No. Is it way better than most of the Battlefields lately and enough to get gamers interested again?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah. The numbers don't lie. Yeah.
But it's like, but dude, why can't you just listen, right? Like, why can't you just listen to gamers and go, what do you guys want? What do we need to do to make this franchise great again? And I think they just get in their way. And then you have the indie developers that are giving us some of the greatest indie games that we have seen, guys. Expedition 33, for me and many, many other people, is a top 10 game of all time, dude. Yep. Like, that is saying a lot, dude.
Kingdom Come
we've
Deliverance
got
2.
Silksong coming out. Like, we've got all of these incredible indie developed games that are blowing people's minds. But at the same time, because it's not all just roses, like, how many indie developers make a game that just doesn't ever get recognition or doesn't click, and that studio just closes their doors because you didn't figure it out?
It's had to have happened like tens of thousands of times by now. Like, surely, because there is such a overflow of games and anyone and their mother can make a game now, you just get overshadowed if you're not a AAA developer who can afford all this advertising and there's also the zeitgeist where people are just like, well, AAA is better. Why would I bother?
Yeah.
Honestly,
It's a hard thing to fight. Like, I mean, because most of the time, AAA is better. It's better. It's better production, better performance, better voice acting. It's like a better scene. For the vast majority of people, it sits well. That doesn't mean to say, like, I mean, like we said, Expedition 33. That's an indie. You know, it is one of the best games ever made, and you can't really argue that fact. So you have to take these things, you know, for what they are. Like, these people put in the time, the effort, the cream will rise to the top. Like, the best stuff will always be there. Some may, you know, fall through the cracks, and it's a bummer, you know, and that's just life. That's the hard part, is like, not everyone's going to play everything. Some people may have played it and be like, man, this game was so good. I don't know what happened. I'm bummed that it never turned into anything. And I'm sure everybody's got a game that they can mention for that. But for the most part, I think a lot of the stuff that is worthy it's gonna hit.
Yeah.
There's enough people, there's enough with the internet and how everyone can kind of collaborate to where the good ones are gonna hit.
Gamers communicate with each other.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
one thing that I'm not sure a lot of like developers understand, you know, and I get that it's hard, right? Like, I see it all over social media, especially we love indie devs. Like, I actually like DM a few of them and say, hey, you know, your game looks awesome. Like, keep it up, that kind of thing. You know, we're going to talk about it on our show or something like that. And, you know, one of the things that I love is that they're very personal. Like, they will actually respond and say like, hey, thank you, or it's awesome that you noticed, or something like that. Bro, if I send EA an email, I ain't getting nothing. You know,
you'll
like,
get a link to support.
Yeah.
You know, like, so, but I saw that. I want to see if you guys agree with this statement, because I saw something the other day that really resonated with me, where it says indie developers are the ones that innovate. AAA studios are the ones that refine that innovation. Like, indie studios are not innovating, right? But what they do is they take these ideas from these indie developers that are willing to innovate and take risks, and then they refine it, right? Like, this is what we're talking about, Ryan, with the graphics and the voice acting, and they take this idea or this innovation or this genre or gameplay or whatever, and then they say, okay, well, how can we refine this into this like awesome experience for people?
I would agree.
And I think it's a thing like, you know, I'm not a big fashion guy, but it's like one of these things where it's like, you know, the fashion industry kind of, I know it's hard to believe, right? But it's like, in the fashion industry, you have these like really out there ideas that kind of slowly trickle down until you're buying this at Walmart, right? And it's like, you know, if your clothes are on sale at Walmart, you're probably making millions of dollars. Like, as gross as it sounds, and we're all like, oh, it's Walmart. But at the same time, if your clothes are in Walmart, guess what? Like, they're very popular. You know, that's where a majority of people are going to buy their clothes, right? So it's like, I think it's kind of the reverse, right? Where it's these indie studios are the ones that are willing to take these chances and say, hey, how about this? And if it catches on, great. And then you see the AAA studios go, okay, somebody had a good idea. Now let's refine it. Let's make it pretty. Let's make it sound good. Let's make it popular to the masses at that point. And let's see if we can capitalize on it.
What I like about that,
I don't know that that's a bad thing. You know,
like, here's the deal, dude. Indie studios, they make a game based on what they want to make. And obviously they want to make money on it. They want to have it be successful, but they make it based on like the idea of what they're creating. AAAs make it based on, will this make money?
Yeah.
They want things to work, and they want it to be good, but it's the core of it is, will this make money? You don't go into that as a AAA and you're just like, I want to make a game. You know, you don't do it like, I want to make a bunch of money. It's like, I think this is a great idea. I love it. Like, inventors, they're not inventing just for like oodles of cash. They want to invent because they love the process. They love to create. They want to, they think they see a problem and they want to fix it. Like, that's what they're doing. And that's kind of what indie developers do with this stuff. But I will say, like, they don't have the funds behind them. So then AAAs can come in and say, hey, this guy had a pretty good idea over here. Let's kind of tweak it a little bit. And we're going to make a whole buttload of cash. and we're gonna make it good, and then they do it. So, man, it's hard. It's hard how they between the two, but I do think the passion and the excitement is always there with the indies.
Yeah, it's kind of like a cycle. The AAA studios inspire the indie devs to make their own games. The indie devs make an innovative game. The AAA studios refine that game, and then it all starts again.
Yeah. But then the AAA studios, like, they overdo it.
And then they overdo it.
And then they lose. That's the thing, right? Like, that's the thing is this was awesome, so let's just make like 8 versions or 8 sequels of this game until it's like you forgot what made this game awesome in the first place, and then they don't know when to just let that go or just stop and maybe sometimes just talk to gamers and go, guys, like we don't remember what you loved about this franchise, like can you help us out here, and then we go, sure, like you need to get back to this and this. But it's like they can't ever do that for some reason, and that's like the
whatever. We're just gonna make another BR. We're making another BR. I don't care what it is.
They're not going to admit they're wrong. Are you kidding me?
Is the battle royale genre still alive?
It's dead. It's got to be dead.
I kind of feel that way, guy. And listen, I know that that's a dumb statement because like Warzone and Apex are probably still insanely popular, and Fortnite is still probably one of the most played games out there. So it's like I get it. But it's like, I do feel like that genre's kind of dead. Like
it'll wind down, I think.
Do you see like
it's almost there?
I haven't seen a new battle royale where people are like, "Ooh, I'm hopping on this," and it's like, "Oh, everyone's playing this big battle royale." And everyone's still playing the same ones from like ages ago.
That's why I think it's dead because there is nobody that is trying to enter that genre because you cannot compete with Apex, Warzone, and Fortnite. And I think everybody knows that at this point, and they go, "Why would I even try?" But the inherent nature of that is those games will slowly die,
You got to have the player base. And this is why Tom the Tap Man, no, you're not getting BR. You're not getting BR in Battlefield 6. No, we're not just going to let you have it. No, all you streamers, all you scumbags, all you cheaters, everyone out there, you're not touching Battlefield. Leave it alone. Let us have it, please. We need it.
Leave it alone.
Leave it alone.
All right, guys, we got to wrap this up, but I want to ask you one more question, and I'll give my answer first, just to kind of hint at what I'm looking for here, right? But the state of gaming overall, in today's day and age, right? Like, I feel like we are getting some of the best video games that we have ever seen. Yes. Like, legitimately. I mean, some of these are just mind-blowing, dude. Like, whether it's the music, the story, the gameplay, the graphics. I mean, some of these game trailers now, bro, the little kid in me is like, I never thought games could look like this. Like, so like, I am still like in awe and wonder at what we can create for entertainment for our, for people. So I think we're actually in like this almost like peak of gaming right now. That's not to say that I think it's going to decline. I just think we're honestly playing some of the best games that have ever been made. And yet at the same time, I feel like the gaming industry is more tumultuous than it's ever been. And that is a weird thing to try to wrap my head around. But if I had to say, this is how I sum up like the state of gaming for me, that is it. Like I think we are experiencing some absolutely incredible, some of the best games I have ever played. And at the same time, it's like, what the heck is going on in this industry right now at the same time?
Absolutely. Like, listen to this, dude. So in 2024, like just some of the games, we had Astrobot.
Amazing.
Awesome, Shadow of the Erdtree.
Amazing.
Metaphor Refantasio.
I hear it's amazing.
I hear it's
Balatro.
I know that's amazing.
I'm not too big on this one, but Dragon's Dogma 2. But then this year we have things like Expedition 33, Split Fiction, like Death Stranding 2 is supposed to be really good. I mean, there's just Blueprints, Civilization. Avowed wasn't the best, but Doom was awesome. There's just even if it's not a top tier banger, there's still quality games, and it's just one after another, and it's we're in a wealth of riches, and like there's games are falling from the sky and smacking us in the face, and we just don't know what to play. And love it. So it's when you have your library and you're like, man, what can I play? Because there's so many games that I want to. Like, that's a good problem to have. And I think that's been the case the last couple of years. Like, there's been so many things that have been released that are of a really good quality and should be played. So man, we're in a good state of gaming right now. I think this last couple years have been amazing.
Yeah,
I would say we're in a gaming renaissance. Like, we've really seen a lot of, advancements in graphics and honestly voice acting, thank goodness.
Yeah.
But we've also seen, like, more affordable games come to light for people who can't spend $70 on every new release that comes out via the indies. We've got options like Game Pass to let people try out these really expensive AAA games. But at the same time, it's just really disappointing that we're getting these high quality games. Studios are getting, record profits, and we're still seeing massive layoffs. And we're seeing all these developers and these artists lose their jobs. She's like, well, we're having the greatest gaming times of our lives with all these great games. And then, like, the devs behind them just gone. Like Disco Elysium. I always think about what happened to those devs.
Yeah. It's a weird thing to try to wrap our heads around, man, because it feels like if we're playing, if we're as gamers saying, hey, this is awesome, I feel like it should be awesome for everybody.
Yeah.
Like, even the people that are making the games, but it's not.
Yeah.
But
I want to celebrate with them.
Look at Sandfall Interactive, dude. Like, with Expedition 33, like, they're at the height of the world right now, dude.
Yeah.
And it's like, all you have to do is make a good game, dude. I know that's, and it sounds so simple, and it's like, bro, I'm not a developer. I can't make it. I don't know what it takes. I know as a gamer what I like, and I've been doing this long enough that it's like, I know what other gamers are going to like. We can call it. Like, how often do we talk about a game where we're like, everybody listen to us, this game is going to be great,
Strike while the iron is hot.
Right, exactly. So I don't know, man. This is it's a fun topic to kind of just take a step back sometimes and kind of go, like, as a whole, like, how do we think about this? All I know personally, bro, I've been a gamer since I was 4 years old. Like, legitimately, since I was 4 years old, I've been gaming. I will be a gamer till the day I die. Like legitimately, dude. I see people talking about, like, is there ever an age where you're going to stop gaming? And it's like, why would I do that, dude? Like, yeah, why? Like, that doesn't make any sense to me. So it is a good time to be a gamer. I do know that, man. And there's a lot of exciting stuff on the horizon. Support your indie devs. This is something we say all the time, because all that innovation and passion and love that we see, that comes from them. I am not opposed to AAA games. Like, some of my favorite games of all time are AAA studios. And so it's like, I really appreciate the fact that they can take these and make them the most mind-blowing experiences that I've ever seen. And so there is value to that as well. And so it's nice to kind of see when it works in harmony. It just really sucks when you see that it's not a good situation. And then I feel bad for the developers and the people that get affected by that. So, all right, boys, we got to get out of here, man. We could talk about this stuff forever. Thank you, everybody, for joining us for this episode. We want to know what you think. How do you feel about gaming? Like, where is it at in your mind? Is it is it peak? Is it the bottom of the barrel and you wish things would be different? We want to hear from you. Leave a comment on this episode. We read all of them. Join our Discord server. There will be a lot of conversation around this when this episode airs, and it's always really awesome to just kind of see people's thoughts and takes and things like that as well. There's a link in the episode description to join our Discord server. We're getting very close to 1,100 gamers, so it's not awkward. It's really an awesome place. If you enjoy this podcast, please take a second to think about supporting it. We cannot do this without the support of our listeners. And, we put a lot of our heart and soul into this and our passion into this. And, we hope that you enjoy it. But at the same time, we want to be able to continue to do this. Ryan. And we do have video, everybody. If you're not watching this show, you are missing out. So make sure you're watching us on YouTube or on Spotify. We put a lot of effort into the video side of things as well. So that's going to do it for this one, everybody. Until next time, happy gaming.
See ya.
Peace out.